Me now is Democratic Arizona Congressman Greg Stanton. Congressman, good morning to you, and thank you for your time. You were on our air just this weekend saying you would definitely be attending the State of the Union because the president was coming to your house, right? You needed to listen in order to offer your critiques and analysis afterwards. So here we are, morning after. How'd Trump do?
He did very poorly, and I'll tell you exactly why. He was given the opportunity to explain to the American people what policies he's going to implement to lower costs, to make life more affordable for middle-class Americans. He didn't do any of that. He failed completely. We were waiting to see what he was going to do to lower the price of everyday goods. What about health care? What about the cost of housing, child care, et cetera? You go down the list, the president did not address it. He wanted political theater, but what he didn't do is actually address the issues that the American people care about, and that's why he failed in his speech last night.
We all watched the rebuttal, too, of course, delivered by Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger. And she really homed in on affordability and the problems that keep American families up at night. Let me play a bit of her response, and I'll get your take on the other side.
Small businesses have suffered. Farmers have suffered, some losing entire markets. Everyday Americans are paying the price.
So what does your response, look like? And what does the Democratic, course correction look like, moving forward? Because so far, being the party of we hate Trump, we're not Trump, hasn't worked so far. So how are you going to tackle this head on?
Well, first off, Governor Spanberger is an incredibly talented person. She served with us in the House of Representatives, and she's going to be an outstanding governor for the people of Virginia. Let me tell you exactly what we're going to do. Number one, the tariffs that are costing the American people so much, one of the largest tax increases on the American public, because tariffs are a tax on the American people. The president, after the Supreme Court told him it was unconstitutional, what did he do? He told the United States Supreme Court to pound sand. He's going to try to continue with his tariff regime, raising prices on the American people. Democrats, we want to eliminate those illegal and unconstitutional tariffs on the price of health care, for example. Millions of Americans will not have health care this year, health care coverage, because the price is too expensive. We want to continue with the tax credits that will make health care less expensive for the American people. The president and the Republicans let those tax credits lapse, and now millions and millions of Americans are going to pay double and triple the cost for their health care, or even lose health care, making them uninsured. Example after example, this president's policies, his unwillingness to deal with the real issues the American people care about, is costing our fellow Americans thousands and thousands of dollars per year. It's unacceptable. The American people are smart. They know who's causing this, and they will vote that way in November.
Let me also just ask you real quick, your fellow Democratic colleagues, dozens of them boycotted last night. They held their own counter event over on the National Mall. Instead, I talked to senior RNC advisor Danielle Alvarez just a few minutes ago, and she said, when you have all these Democrats skip out on this event, I mean, it just looks like the hate for the president is larger than love for country. What's your response to her and other people echoing that sentiment this morning?
Well, criticism of the president has nothing to do with love of country. In fact, if you love your country, you need to use your First Amendment rights and speak as loudly as possible. Each member of Congress has to make their own decision about whether they want to attend this event or not attend this event. But this president thinks he's more like a cult of personality, that attending this event is all about him and him personally. He is one branch of government. We are an co-equal branch of government. The president forgets that. That's why he thinks he can move forward with an illegal tariff regime, an unconstitutional tariff regime, and just insult the members of the United States Supreme Court and get away with it. That's not how this country is supposed to run. We have three branches of government. They need to be co-equal. That's how our founding fathers set this up. The president is not a king, and critique of the president is about as American a thing as you can do. Use your voice. Speak loudly. All Americans, not just members of Congress, should speak loudly. And of course, polling is showing overwhelmingly the American people, Republicans and Democrats, are rejecting this president because he is unwilling and unable to really act on Americans' behalf when it comes to making life more affordable.
Congressman Greg Stanton, I have to end it there, but we do value your voice and your time this morning. So thank you so much for being here, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.